Glad to be here today. My name is Rob Harbin. I'm the co-founder and CTO for OnPointe Risk Analyzer. The number one fear of investors is the risk of unexpectedly losing money. So if you offer investment advisory solutions, accurately assessing and managing risk expectations is essential for sustaining long-term and successful client relationships. When we began building OnPointe, we looked across the market and we found some huge gaps in the available technology. First, we observed a major disconnect in the way that the financial industry has traditionally quantified risk and the way that investors emotionally perceive and feel risk. So with modern machine learning and advanced algorithms, we knew we could do better, and we did. Today, OnPointe Risk Analyzer is used by hundreds of users for things like lead generation, risk assessments, portfolio performance reporting, and more. So I'd like to give you a live walkthrough of exactly how an investment advisory professional might use OnPointe Risk Analyzer in their day-to-day. For the sake of this demo, I've set up a fictitious entity called Finovate Wealth, and I'm logged into OnPointe Risk Analyzer with my account. You can see right away that I've got my dashboard, I've got some questionnaires set up, leads and clients, the advisor assets that my firm might typically recommend. But this morning, I'm going to start out doing a little bit of research and analysis using the OnPointe Quick Score Analysis tool. Quick Score Analysis is very simply a way to allow users to analyze any stock, fund, imported asset, or portfolio by simply typing in the asset symbol or name and clicking Analyze. Upon doing so, our risk intelligence engine automatically analyzes thousands of data points and calculates a risk score specific to this asset. Our score ranges from 0 to 100, and for SPY, the S&P 500 ETF, that score is a 71. Anything over a 71 would carry more risk than the market, and vice versa. You can also see on this page typical growth and drawdown information and other risk metrics you might need to fulfill your research for the day. Now, one thing I noticed out of the gate on my dashboard is I had 0 leads for today, and that's never a good thing when you're trying to grow a business. So I'd like to use one of my risk questionnaires to drive some traffic and help gather some additional leads by creating a quick Facebook ad. Now you can see I've got questionnaires created for different sources of traffic, maybe one for a button on my website, another for an ad, another for an email signature, etc. So I might create an ad that looks something like this. Are you invested more risky than you should be? What's your personal risk score? Click here to learn more. And upon clicking that ad, our risk questionnaire comes up. The risk questionnaire is already preloaded here with a gentleman by the name of Tim Tester, and we're going to go ahead and fill out the rest of this information. Tim was born in 1960, and tell us about your home. He owns his home in Alaska. He has 0 dependents that he can claim on his taxes. And as I'm completing this, what I'd like you to know is that we're not just collecting this data. Every single question that's being answered is being computed by our risk analysis engine to help develop a unique risk profile for this individual. That risk capacity profile gets used when we submit some of the risk tolerance questions here in the next section. And we're able to present them a unique scenario that helps them look at their risk preferences based on a real-world case, specifically based on where they live, who they are, how much money they have, and what they're looking to do. So in this case, are you willing to risk 21% for a gain of 6.8? Here's an actual portfolio that was invested to do that and what that might have looked like over the last 10 years. They say, yes, this is acceptable risk, and we move on. Give them the ability to refine that a little more and ultimately narrow in their comfort range. At this point, Tim Tester gets a personal risk score of 38 and the ability to download his risk score report in order to take a look at exactly what that might mean. Now, simultaneously, this lead pops up in the lead system as well as an email to the advisor. So I can go in and take a peek and say, oh, Tim Tester, here's all his information. I'd like to give him a call. And when I do, he tells me he's got a small brokerage account that has currently 50% SPY, if I can type, and 50% IBM in his portfolio. It's very simple. We'll balance that out across the portfolio. And we can see right away that Tim has a risk score of 38, but his current portfolio carries risk of 67. which is quite a bit higher than he would desire or he has a capacity to take. Knowing that, our algorithm looks and finds an ideal portfolio that might be closer to his, and we found this moderate Model 2 from our list of portfolios. So we're going to run a quick comparison for Tim. Let me go back into leads and set him as the active client. We'll run a quick comparison for him against his current brokerage account and the moderate Model 2 over the last 10 years and hit compare. Now we can see that we got all the information about drawdown and growth and can show him exactly what's going on. And by quickly clicking Generate Report, we can create an investor policy statement with all the pertinent information about his current portfolio, the portfolio we're recommending, how that would grow over time, how the risk would change, and ultimately a signature page at the end to allow Tim to sign off and move his funds over to us for management. At this point, we can also go in and do some additional things using our other modules, like retirement planning for looking at spending and growth over time. We have some other neat tools for fixed index annuity illustrations, index universal life, and our overall goal is to help add value for institutions and individuals offering investment advisory services in order that we can help you sustain lasting client relationships. We've got lead generation, retirement planning, risk analysis, and what typically has been 3 or 4 different solutions that advisors have had to use, all wrapped up in one tight software package. So if you're an investment advisor or offer wealth management, we'd love to help you add value. Come to the back, check us out. Also, if you're an early stage investor and see some synergies between what you're looking for and what we're doing, we'd love to talk with you too. And last, if you get an opportunity and want to try this out for yourself, go out to our website, OnPointeRiskAnalyzer.com, and click this What is Your Risk Score button, and you can get your own personal risk score. Thanks a lot.